What is going on, homies? My name is John Solo, and today I'm going to be answering some very weird and stupid questions that you guys asked me in the comment section of my last AMA. I'm not insulting your questions by any means. That was the theme to this AMA, was weird and stupid questions and pretty much anything that you guys wouldn't want to ask me while looking me in the eye. A lot of you guys thought that meant porn and sex related questions, and if my mom didn't watch some of these videos, I'd be like, answering them. But I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to ruin my mom's life, or at least ruin her impression of me. We're just gonna jump right into this, but for those of you who actually care, I've got some big announcements to make at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around for that, like I said, if you actually care. Because I'm a sellout, I want to give a quick shout out to those people who made this video possible. Today's sponsor is Cartoon Amino. If you haven't seen my last couple of shout outs for them, Cartoon Amino is the social network made solely for cartoon lovers. You can post blogs, polls, open-ended questions, long-winded essays and rants. A lot of you guys have sent me messages on Facebook and Twitter actually thanking me for introducing you to the app because it is really cool and there's an awesome community behind it. So make sure you go check it out, search John Solo and follow me on there. I've got the download links from the App Store and from the Google Play Store in the description down below. And now that that long-winded intro is finally over, it's time to get started. Give us your most embarrassing story. I feel like I'm about to my pants now, speaking of question. Now this story, in my opinion, is actually super embarrassing. I think if it happened now, it would be significantly less embarrassing because I'm a lot more mature and I think I would have been able to handle and rock that situation. But because of my age and actually caring about what other people think and my maturity level being so much lower, it was an awful time in my life. Now the college that I go to, which will remain nameless for the time being, has also been attended by my older sister and my other older sister. Now my oldest sister is like 38 years old and this has nothing to do with her, but my second older sister is like 3 or 4 years older than me. When I was a senior in high school, she really wanted me to visit because her and I have always been really close and really great friends and I love her to death, and she really wanted me to come to the college because she thought that I would get along here. She thought that I would fit in really well with one of the fraternities here, which is the fraternity I ended up rushing and joining and loving. And even though I was originally 100% against attending here, I was like, whatever, I'll flatter her, I'll go visit and we'll party or whatever. I decided to come up one weekend with my friends Drew and Ryan, and we were gonna come up and party and have a good time. So we were pre-gaming for a little while and I was drinking a Four Loko, which is about the equivalent in health standards as drinking the cleaning chemicals from underneath your kitchen sink. We're in my sister's apartment. There's a lot of other people there who are pre-gaming and my stomach gets really upset because, like I said, I was just pretty much drinking bleach. I go in the bathroom, I do my business. It's a horrible time, one of the worst poops in recent memory. And by the time I'm finished, it smells like somebody sprayed Agent Orange all over the place. Now this is where it gets awkward and horrible because there is no air freshener, or there is not enough air freshener to mask the smell. And keep in mind, my sister wants me to go to this school and not only go there, but the people in her apartment are her best friends and the people that she wants me to get into the same social circle with once I attend. After leaving the bathroom and feeling incredibly anxious because I don't want anyone to know that I just ruined the toilet, my wonderful and awesome sister decides to walk into the bathroom, take a big whiff of the mess that I made, and say extremely loud, "Oh my god, it reeks in here." Now I thought I got away with nobody knowing that I was in there, but in that moment, like 6 people turned their eyes towards me. It was at the time pretty much one of the worst moments of my life. Now if that happened, I'd be like, "You're welcome." Are you coming to my graduation, Dad? For the 5th time? No? And quit asking. How old were you when you cracked your first egg? Now, not everyone is this lucky, but the first time I cracked an egg was a very memorable experience. I don't remember the day, but it was in the year 2001, and we were making green eggs and ham in my kindergarten class. The teacher decided that as 5 to 6-year-olds, we were mature enough to learn how to crack eggs, and she showed us. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make the ham green, so we just had green eggs and regular ham, which wasn't nearly as cool, but it was still a good time. Do you wipe standing down or sitting up? I'm an idiot. Do you wipe standing up or sitting down? I feel like for a huge chunk of my life, I did everything backwards. Being totally honest, until the first semester of this school year, I wiped standing up. I've learned now that wiping sitting down is absolutely the way to go. You can spread your cheeks a lot easier, you can really dig in, and since I started wiping sitting down, it has become a much less painful process to poop. If you were going to be paid lots of money, would you be pregnant for science? Every time I think about a man getting pregnant and giving birth, I think of the baby coming out as a very long noodle because of the very small hole that it would have to make its way out of. So if the scientific community was cool with me giving birth to Betty Spaghetti, then absolutely I'd be down. But also if there was like an anesthetic and then a guarantee that my privates would not explode. Describe your life so far by using a series of smells. If I'm thinking of my life in stages, like schooling stages, like early life to kindergarten, kindergarten to like fifth grade to high school to, you know, so on and so forth, I'm gonna say pristine, baby smell, because babies have by far the best smell. Then I'm gonna go with fresh laundry, because that's like a nice neutral scent, I think. From 6th grade to high school, like BO, because of puberty and stuff. I didn't personally reek, but a lot of my friends did. I'm actually very blessed with pretty decent body odor. From high school to college, wet garbage. The first 2 years of college was ocean breeze, and now I really hate this institution, so I'm gonna say it's back to water garbage combined with like vomit. And that, homies, was the final question for the AMA. Thank you all so much for commenting. As for the theme for next week, I still haven't decided. I've got a list of themes here, and I save a lot of your guys' questions from other comment sections, like for future videos that I think they'll fit. So if I don't pick your question in a video, that doesn't mean I'm never gonna answer it. Looking at all these categories, I have a lot of stuff for the Star Wars section. So I'm gonna say that the next AMA is gonna be Star Wars themed. I don't know. I don't know if the theme thing is gonna get kind of old. That was just sort of an idea that I had. It's totally up in the air. The future of this series is so up in the air. It's just whatever the we want it to be. Now, as for the announcements and questions, first let's do the announcements, which is just one big one. Thanks to a very dedicated fan, we now have an official subreddit where you guys can post your theory ideas, you can post your theory recommendations, you can post any of your recommendations for this channel, you can post dank memes, pretty much anything related to the channel that you want to talk about. That is a place that you can do it. It's not super active at this point, but I'm hoping that in the future it will with enough subscribers and posters. Feel free to go check it out. I encourage you to check it out. Okay, the question I want to ask you guys really quick: what is your opinion on me setting up a Patreon? I don't know if all of you guys know what a Patreon is. It is essentially a site where you can contribute money to your favorite creators. I really don't like the idea of asking money from you guys. I feel kind of awkward and kind of bad doing it, but a decent amount of people have been sending me messages asking me why I don't have one, and they think that I should set one up. So I wanted to ask you guys, I know a lot of you are younger and don't really have money to spare, and I would never ever ask you guys for money, but I'm just asking out of curiosity. If I did set one up, how many of you would donate to the cause? Of course, reaching certain milestones, there would be rewards like weekly vlogs, daily vlogs, challenge videos, maybe bringing back old series that you guys like, doing theories that I've never done before, doing theories that don't necessarily fit in the theme of my channel, maybe even extra videos for those contributors. Like I said, this is all out of curiosity. I plan on exclusively making videos this summer, not working another job. I'm gonna have my own apartment. It's gonna be like 4 to 5 videos every single week, and having a Patreon and like a guaranteed regular amount of income, because YouTube money is never guaranteed, it would just make me feel a lot more comfortable and stable, and I could focus more on the videos and not worrying about having to find another job. So yeah, like I said, just give me your thoughts. If a lot of you hate the idea and think it's horrible, it's not gonna happen, but if there's a decent amount of you who would be willing to contribute, I'll be setting one up soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love every single one of you. I really can't thank you enough. I cannot stop farting. It's insane.